Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel once again. I hope that this video finds you well, and today we'll be discussing something that I think will benefit many people who are thinking about investing in property. Now if you're new to my channel, I really hope that you like the content that I have been providing, and as I continue to provide content, I hope that it will be beneficial to you. I'd also appreciate if you can just hit that subscribe button and share this video if you know that it will help somebody else along their journey of investing in property, or if they like talking about personal finance and how they can actually save money and make their money work for them, sprinkled with a bit of DIY also, then this is the place for you. So please hit that subscribe button. Now in today's video, I'll be sharing 5 tips that I've learned so far through my journey of investing in properties. Now without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now tip number 1 is simply this: save more than you think you need. Honestly, I cannot stress this enough. Oftentimes we like to do things on a budget. If you're planning on buying a property, you should always have some extra contingency, because you just never know what is around the corner. Whether it is that you have to do some work on the electrics, or you'd have to fix the boiler which you thought was in good working order. Always save more than you think you need. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is shortlisting properties and going to view as many property as possible. Now the simple fact is, it's very rare that you go and you see one property, fall in love with it, thinking it's the right way to invest, and then you make an offer and it's accepted. The reality is that if you were to ask many investors, they would say to you that a lot of the property that they actually put an offer in for, they don't actually get because of competition. Now you need to keep on viewing properties. The more properties you view, the more chances you are of becoming successful. Now this third one is one that I am still currently doing till this day. And to be honest, I don't think you ever truly stop doing this one if you want to get ahead and become successful in investing in properties. And this is simply gaining knowledge. The simple fact is, whatever you're doing in life, the more knowledge you have, as the saying goes, the more power you have. The more you understand your field, the more you understand what it is that you're trying to achieve, the better equipped you will be of succeeding. You have to educate yourself either by reading books. Some people actually go on courses, property investing courses. Now, I myself haven't gone down that route because I'd like to think that all the information is out there, and you need to actually just spend time doing your own research, checking things out online, and actually trying your best to learn what needs to be done. Now, let's just be real. We are so fortunate nowadays because most of the stuff that we need to learn is available to us online, either through podcasts, you can do ebooks, you can have seminars, YouTube, Google, the list just goes on and on and on. The information is out there. There's forums and blogs where people have done these things that you're trying to learn and have given their experiences. So educating yourself is one that you absolutely have to do if you're thinking about succeeding. This 4th one is one that I realized that I very quickly have to get better at, because no man is an island, as the saying goes. And the 4th one is about networking and meeting people. Now it became very clear to me that in order to be successful, I would have to make new friends, meet new people, potentially investors, people within the sector and the trade that will be able to help me, to propel me to move forward. Maybe I'll run into some snags and I'll need to get some advice. This type of information is so invaluable, as I've been learning. So networking is something that's absolutely crucial. Part of the reason, in fact, why I've started this YouTube channel is for that very same reason. The fact is, I want to get to know people who are also investing and can share their wealth of experiences with me. So networking is crucial, whether on social media or going to different get-togethers. I mean, the pandemic is running riot at the moment, so of course that's not an option. However, the best way to then do that is through social media platforms such as YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. So networking is crucial because the links that you can actually get from there could last you a lifetime. I mean, I've met so many people online so far that I haven't actually met in person yet because of COVID. However, I'm hoping that this year things will sort of settle down and we'll be able to bring some of that information that these individuals have to this platform so I can share with other people. So stick around for that. Now, the fifth and final one that I'd like to bring is simply this. It's all well and good to have a lot of research and to do your own due diligence, looking online, checking out properties, finding out about different types of mortgages. The list goes on and on and on. But the simple fact is, all of this means nothing if you're not going out there and looking at properties. And that's tip number 5. Absolutely, you've got to just break the mold. You've got to bite the bullet. Even if you're not actually going to purchase that property, it's good for you to go out there and get hands-on experience of what it's like to view a property, what to look out for. And when it comes time for you to put in an offer, you would have then seen so many properties that you would have gained so much more experience, feel so much more comfortable of what a good house versus a bad house potentially looks like, and some of the pitfalls that might be laying ahead. Go out there, guys, get some experience by viewing those properties firsthand. It's all well and good to look at these properties on Rightmove, but you actually need to be seeing these properties to see what a good property looks like, and so that you can basically progress and move forward. So that's it for me today, guys. 5 tips that I am currently using at this moment, and hopefully you too will be able to use these tips in order to start your journey. Now, I'm getting so much closer to actually buying my first buy-to-let property, and as I continue to save and as I continue to look, I'll hopefully be bringing you some new content, hopefully this year, showing me going out and actually viewing some houses and what that actually looks like. I'm super excited for this because, like I said, I've been talking about it for a long time. Because of the pandemic, I haven't actually gone out and viewed any properties yet, but I'm hoping that things will settle for 2021. And then I'll be able to go out and view some properties and show you firsthand of what this actually looks like. So please stick around for that. As always, thank you so much for all your support. Really appreciate it. If you do like this content, like I said, just subscribe. Really help me out so that my video can get in front of more people, so that they can hopefully benefit from the content that I'm providing as I continue to grow my network. As always, thank you so much for all your support, guys. And if this video has been helpful for you, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel, because my channel is growing and that's all because of you. I'm hoping to bring even more content to you in order to show you that becoming a property investor is actually something that is doable. Now, like I said, I'm an amateur. I'm new to this game. Yes, I do own my own home, but hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to add to that portfolio and actually buy my first buy-to-let property. So thanks so much for sticking around for the journey, and I look forward to the future. Now, as always, this is Kenroy, trying to inspire you to be your best self, and I'll see you when you see me. Take care.